Okay, we're in day 5 already, and it looks like time is already ticking. I'm Seth on duty. Riddle me this. What place has an entrance, but no exit? A jail. This triple accursed town is sapping your resolve by the minute. To sleep, maybe to dream. Will it be like this always? Strength always dwindles. I can combat apathy, this is true. This despair isn't yours, I swear. It's the local herbs messing with your head. Which herbs? Kick a trash can if it helps. Splash your face with water. Yeah. In Mania, you're sharp and fierce. The town will sap your will, lull you to sleep. Harmful side effects? What harmful side effects? But you won't succumb to tranquility. The town will sap you. Hey, you there. Let me out already. Mania and apathy. Apathy and indifference are constantly rising. To move faster, fight apathy by increasing mania. Whoa, that scared me. The end of the beginning. I'm never leaving this place. They trapped me in this bloody town. Now I'm trapped in a jail cell. Darkness. Shouldn't have wasted time dwelling on it. All is lost. I failed at everything I tried to do. Hey you. Capella. Victoria Olgimskaya. Daughter of Fat Vlad Olgimsky. Local magnate and master of the town's industry. Blood of his blood. Local kids named her Capella for her ability to point at the celestial map in the night sky. I heard she holds some inexplicable power over the town, but I dismissed it. That was a mistake.
I know for whom the bell tolls.
Out, out, living soul. You keep me caged like a dog all night, and now you acknowledge I have a soul. Who are you? I am Mistress. Well, future Mistress. But I think you'll agree that the future and past are relative concepts. I'm not even sure what day it is, or which jail you're in. You've lost your way. I'm not sure how, but I can sense it. It is the Mistress's gift. So I came here to find you. Oh no, not a girl with a gift. Well, thank you. Now what? Are you alright? How are you feeling? I don't have a flag, if that's what you mean. I feel like someone who's lost everything. Had a good night's sleep, full of energy. Let's not do that. I feel terrible. I need sleep. Someone in the next cell was howling and coughing all night until they weren't. I called, but nobody came. Thought everyone was dead. I had a dream like that the other day, that everyone in the town was dead, and I was alone. Ever read about dream interpretation? I'm sure this kind of dream signifies a sudden windfall or such like. Sarcasm, I understand. But you do need to hear this one. I dreamt that a doctor came into town and I got him out of prison. Then I asked him a question. That's where my dream ended. And now I'm here. I'd like to know the answer. Why did you come to our town? I researched the nature of death. I was told you have an immortal man among you, Simon Kane. But when I got here, he was dead. So what are you going to do now? Let's see. I've been trapped inside this box, but I know what's outside. An outbreak. Death. And death, even in the guise of a mundane germ, is my enemy. Therefore, I'll do my job. You're a brave man, but perhaps it's all connected. Immortality and a deadly disease? That is possible. You know, Bachelor, my father envied Simon, and Mariah Kame will always be my enemy. So there's no love lost between our families, and yet I must help you. I don't want to, I must. Otherwise the town will suffer. That's why I came here early and waited 4 hours until you decided to wake up. Why would it suffer? Wait, what suffer? You could have knocked on the door yourself. I know where to find the last person who saw Simon alive. His name is Rubin. His killer, his apprentice, his heir, or I've heard of him. His apprentice? He's a doctor. He has a hideout in the warehouse. Look for him there. How do you know where his hideout is? The way you say it, it doesn't sound like much of a secret. I'm not just a mistress. I'm Vlad Olgimsky's daughter. My father owns half the houses and very nearly all the people in town, and the warehouses, and the ground under this jail. Well, shall I go then? But he won't be able to go there right now. While I was waiting for you, something bad happened. Something bad? When you go up those steps, you'll see. Mother said that a true mistress stands out by her timing. And here I am. Right place, but too late. Maybe I'll never become a true mistress. What's up there anyway? The last thread. The Dr. Stanislav Rubin might know something about Simon Kane's life and death if only I could reach him. Successor or suspect? The man who last saw Simon Kane hides somewhere in the warehouses. Well, let's go up the stairs. They look pissed. Alexander Saburov, the governor of the town. The Saburovs are the load-bearing bones of this town, hard, dry, and colorless compared to the other two ruling families. Order rested upon them. When I arrived, Governor Saburov pinned all his hopes on me and hated me for it. He thought the star from the capital would show the Kanes and Olgimskys how dangerous overreaching ambitions could be. Alas, that star proved to be another dreamer.
There's a twinge in my chest. Could it be conscience?
Conscience. Good question. Denkovsky, before you ask, I allowed the girl in. She is Olgimsky's daughter and she interceded on your behalf. But if she hadn't, I wouldn't have kept you here. At least I got some decent sleep. What were you detained for? You know perfectly well, Governor Saburov. Why do you ask? I could try and make fun of him. You committed the most heinous crime a doctor can commit. You tried to abandon your patients, to flee the town and save your sorry hide. Right as we speak, my real patient, Thanatica, is being murdered in the capital. My life's work is being destroyed. That's a bit selfish. Not your toy, Saburov. I decide my actions, not you. Again, I'm being accused of who knows what without evidence. I figured it all out. Or would you claim you went to the railway station to watch the birds? It's none of your business, actually. Whatever happened yesterday is beyond reach. Today, the plague has reached the backbone. Behind the thin walls of this building, death rages. We boarded up doors and windows, but the plague fumes are seeping in. You and I, we have mere hours left. And now we are both trapped. Is it not ironic? He who digs holes is liable to fall in them, is all I'll say. Admit it. You knew this might happen and were keeping me close out of fear for your own life. I was afraid yesterday, yes, but not today. And when we are done discussing that. A bold confession, I respect it. There have been cases of criminals surviving the sacking of a besieged city in prisons. A prison is also a fortress, but our fortress lacks food and water. Outside, we are presumed dead. Know this, Denkovsky. I wanted to punish your cowardice. That much is true. But I did not want you dead. I am sorry. What do you mean presumed dead? 2 days ago, a decree was issued declaring all people in infected districts to be presumed dead, not to be rescued, unless they call for help with signal bonfires. A folly without a protective suit, you can't venture into the miasma, let alone light the fires. So officially, you and I are dead. To get help, we need to light the bonfires. We should organize a sortie. The miasma already seeps into the rooms of the town hall, and you want me to open the front door? No, our only chance is to barricade ourselves in and pray for a miracle. I have a prototype, a device. It disperses miasma. With it, I can go through the infected district. A device? Yes, the one you confiscated, along with all my belongings, including medicine, by the way. No, your gadgets from the capital are just as unreliable as you. I won't unlock the main entrance, risking contamination of the town hall, just because of your novelty lighter. You have no idea what this lighter can do, and yet you argue with me. We inspected your device. It looks like a canister of film. Maybe the Canes would be interested. I don't see how cinema will help the infection. I have an idea. You mentioned the plague is already seeping into the town hall. Where? At the far room. We've locked it already. Give me it back. I'll clear the contamination of the far room and prove to you that the device works. Fine. Your device should be in the main hall. Confiscated items are also there on the counter. No one has disturbed them. Take them. After that, they'll unlock the far room for you. But if you fail to clear the miasma there, we won't be letting you out. Okay, another day at the office for a doctor in crisis. Whoa, we got a whole ton of journal entries. So many. So wait, Back in day 4, we see these are the events from yesterday. The town is a trap. I feel sorry for this town, but it's doomed. My life's work is more important than me, and more important than a tiny step settlement. My kingdom for a horse. The final preparations for the escape are complete. At the station, I'll have time to jump into the last car. The deal. I can already see the train on the tracks, all ready to depart. Bad grief didn't cheat me. Ooh. Stench. Damnation. The car is filled with plague corpses. It's a trap. Get out. Out. Not the end. Common patrolmen grabbed me and threw me behind bars. I'll get out of here yet. They'll see. Nobody is coming. Looks like I'm spending the night in the prison cells. Oh well, tomorrow they'll learn who they're dealing with. Hey, this doctor sounds kind of evil, man. Let's focus on today. False freedom. The district is infected, but people have barricaded themselves in the town hall. But the Miasma is already sleeping in. Think, Dakovsky. Think. Okay. It is locked. I can talk with other people.
I feel a current in my veins. This must be the illumination Mother shined with.
They said it was over here. Who are you? Vlad the Younger. Vladislav Olgimsky, son of Vladislav Olgimsky, the factory owner, heir to one of the 3 ruling families. One could imagine the autonomy he enjoyed living under his father's shadow. He thought his father's power could be gently modernized through reform. He kept up with contemporary thinkers. He put his faith in progress, and as a reward, the dirtiest of tasks fell to him. Like what? Milking a bull?
Just don't touch me this time of year. And don't touch anything in here.
What options does a town have when there's no vaccine or cure? When there's neither a hospital nor doctors? Isolation and quarantine are our only tools to slow the plague's spread. You're right. Only the harshest measures can prevent total catastrophe. Everyone is saying I acted as Isidore Birak did 5 years ago. They can think what they want, but they're remembering it wrong. My measures were not so harsh. Isidore Birak sealed off the plague districts with no chance of escape. I, at least, told the orderlies to keep an eye out for bonfires, to give those trapped behind the doors, or behind the cordons, a chance. I applaud your humanity. Perhaps you've earned yourself a commendation. So I understand the logic behind it, but the measures should be granular, not district-wide. Why bonfires? What do they guarantee? An infected man could just light one just as well. You're just the son of a factory owner. Or wait, you devised a more human measure? But don't object when it's credited to someone else? A decree is far easier to issue when it's backed by authority. The outcome matters more than inscribing my name in history, and Birak's name was important to persuade people. Why are you looking at me like that? I Admire your pragmatism and flexibility. Truly. I will soon pay with my life for my actions. More like your father's actions. Surely it was he who placed you in this prestigious position. Let's be hopeful. Don't say that. We'll get out of here, all of us, and I already know how. I will soon pay with my life for my actions, as will you, for your inaction. I am not a proud man, Detkovsky. 2 days ago, I waited for you at the Emergency Epidemic Committee meeting. If you wished to make matters into your own hands, I would not have stood in your way, but you simply didn't show up. Oh. I have no retort. I tend to forget when I'm not there. Grown men cannot lift a spoon. Wow. You're a brave man, Vlad. You actually tried to do something. I won't let you die. That's kind of an empty promise. We're definitely going into the Mania. So, we have just a bunch of stuff. Water, belladonna, nutshell, and marbles. Vlad the Younger. I let power slip into the hands of those unfit to wield it. The consequences are plain. All right. Aha, here's my prototype. We're at 20. Oh, here's a bunch of stuff. Whoa. The minute hand is an arc. The hour hand is a semicircle. Or is this not a clock after all? The second hand is a gear. Yeah, what is that thing? I can stare at it to lower my mania. Oh, now that she's out of the way, let's see if there's anything in here I can loot. No. No, there's not. Oh yeah, I'm not just gonna lie down and die. Let's get out of here. Who are you? Murderer's brother. You. Are you the head of this place? Could you sign this paper for me, please? The death certificate, I mean. You must be mistaken me for someone else. I am many things in this place, but certainly not its head. My brother's dead. Bad man he was. Wicked man. Still, he has family. Still, he was family. Now I'm fussing about collecting all the papers. But I'll be frank. I don't have his name in here. I forget his name. No one's willing to help me. You came to get a death certificate drawn up for your brother, but you forgot his name. Was he really your brother? Huh, do you expect me to put my own name in there? I don't know myself how this could happen. It's like it was kicked out of my head. Like there's just a black blot in my mind where my brother's name used to be. And the secretary, he says there were only 2 bodies brought from the station. But how could there only be 2 if Burak knifed 3? It's a mistake. Please tell them. You arrived on the same day. Maybe you saw it? Oh. Should I tell him the truth? I wonder. I'm gonna tell him the truth. An herb bride took your brother's bodies away. Sorry, that can't be true. For the kin to take a body, someone needs to give them permission. They have a special relationship with bodies. They would never take one without asking. That was me. Once a person dies, their body is no more than a collection of molecules and tissues. I'm going to tell him the truth. You. How could you? What did he ever do to you that you fed him to the kin? I thought you were a doctor, a scientist, and you. Have you no shame? They didn't just take the body. They took his name from all of us, from his family. How on earth am I going to remember his name now? Everyone claimed he had no relatives. The price of error is the memory of a man. I don't believe you can actually take the name from a man. It was Kika something. Everyone claimed he had no relatives. Okay, that just drove us towards apathy. Oh no, we're constantly gaining apathy. Others happily trap themselves. Some people get trapped. Doors, windows, and brains all boarded off. Okay, people. I'm begging you, tell them to open the doors. Everything's locked. We're trapped in here. Are you totally out of your mind? Use your head. Do you think they locked the doors for fun? Have you seen what's out there? It's like the last days of Sodom, and Mara Shabnak walks on her clay legs. My friend's stuck outside. We were together. I managed to slip inside, but he... What kind of a friend are you, leaving him there like that? He's a goner, forget it. Your friend's gone. Whole district's doomed. There's plague fumes everywhere. No air to breathe. We're doomed too, simple as that. So why is everyone standing around like nothing happened? Why is no one doing anything? This is what's being done. The quarantine dictates that infected districts must be sealed off, and that's how we ended up here. Whoever came up with the quarantine rule is an idiot. They've locked themselves in the town hall with that decree. We're cut off from everything. All the doors are locked. They've walled us in and left us for dead. Who is this genius? Yeah, I already know. A real idiot indeed. It seemed like Olgimsky Jr. was calling the shots at first. There was talk of a vaccine even. Then some big shots started issuing those ridiculous decrees. Isn't there a doc from the capital here? Isn't he overseeing the emergency command? I heard that the doctor lost his nerve and tried to skip town. No, that's not how it was. You're mistaken. The doctor from the capital took charge, set up a hospital. He saved the town. That's ridiculous. He said there was a vaccine? Doesn't look like it, judging by the view outside. It's because of that doctor. The big city rat only cared about himself. As soon as there was a whiff of plague, he hit the road. I feel sorry for him. I understand the fear. I'd run too if I could. But it's too late now. I only regret one thing. Who's going to water Miss Zoya now? You're mistaken. The doctor might have considered running, but he stayed and took charge. Well, you've got quite the active imagination. If he took charge, then why are we still locked in here? Why is the backbone being engulfed in sickly air? Maybe ask your doctor how we're supposed to get out of the town hall when there's deadly air outside. I might ask him that question. Okay, let's do this. We're at 19. 18. 16. 15. Whoops. So what do I do now? Ooh, there's a trunk there. They plan to develop on the other side of the river. It's just a tiny little town. That simple tower is a dominant landmark. Let's take all of this. We have matches. Okay. And what's this? Chess. The fastest checkmate is in 2 moves, if played the same way they ran this town.
There's a twinge in my chest.
What's,
Could it be conscience?
what's the smell? It's bile. The prototype uses other reagents as well, but they hardly smell of anything. Your contraption works, let's assume as much. Is it enough to traverse the infected district? I've already established that you have no better options. Fine, let's assume that too. Listen up. You need to make it to the southern exit of the district. It's guarded by orderlies. The other exits are either sealed off or being guarded by vigilantes. Best avoided. Vigilantes, you mean mob armed with sharp sticks driven mad by fear? Got it. Okay, I understand. But first, you need to light several bonfires. More than one. That's important. Again with the bonfires. I'll just tell the orderlies that there are living people trapped in the district. I'll be standing in front of them as living proof. I've said it already. This is how it's been since the first outbreak 5 years ago. If there are fires burning in an area, that means there's still survivors, still able-bodied and healthy. Only those are worth saving. We are ordered not to bother with small pockets of doomed people. So I light them myself to deceive your own system? It's not my system. We issued the decree in haste and panic. If I survive, I will overturn it. If we survive, I'll be the one issuing decrees. Yeah, we can totally take charge. Before I do anything else, let's read this. Prototype device can disperse infected air. If I can clear the assembly hall, I'll be let outside, surely. It can't be worse than the morgue. I have been permitted to go outside and risk my neck for the ungrateful. Ah, the joys of pure freedom. So, let's take something that'll give me my mania. This will give me 30 mania. Less effective with every use. Well, let's use it then. Wow, that was not very much. Okay, people, let's do this. Wish me luck. The district is infected and sealed off. I can only leave if I light several bonfires. Oh man, this is pretty bad. Is this where I light one? No. There's Miasma here. Is this a bonfire? Here we go. I need matches. You have pockets. Small items like matches or vials can be kept in the pockets rather than carpet bag. Best to store consumables here from each pocket. And scroll, I can quickly use items with F. Okay, so we'll put matches. It's made of bones. Alright, where's the next bonfire? What is that thing? That was a big one. This thing is extremely useful. Okay, where's the next bonfire? Maybe over here somewhere. And how big is the district, I wonder? Oh, this is so creepy. What is plague, anyway? Okay, is that where I came from? I feel like I went in a big circle. Oh, here we go. Can I light a fire here? Holy, all the way up top and there's nothing. Just an impossible geometry. Okay, I like to know these things. Maybe it's somewhere I can hide later. Okay, let's use some coffee.
Think, damn it.
And we should probably use a calomel. Because we were hurting there. Let's use one of these. Every time louder. Alright, we're balanced. We're at 10 uses now because I clicked out of the menu. Not great. Oh, this is garbage, right? There we go.
Dribbles.
Okay, where's the next bonfire? Oh, here we go.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Yeah, Mania. Right, where is... We're gonna have to reload this thing soon.
Boiling, cracking, screeching. Living.
Living indeed, my man. Where's the next bonfire? Over here? Oh, no, that was the first one. 5. Going to have to reload it soon. Which one was it? Yeah, this one, right? My heart is hurting. But I can run quickly. So that's good. I'm growing mania. Where's the bonfires? Here's one. Three bonfires left. Okay, so I just have to look for them. Now that I know, it doesn't just prompt you to do it. They should be in places I cleared. This one always seems to return. That's not a bonfire. Ooh.
As if things are animated.
Find a sedative? Hell no. Our apathy's gonna drop too quickly. Here we go. 2 bonfires left. What I do need though, calomel. One more. Whereabouts? Where could it be? I wonder. We're at 4. Here we go. Yeah. Now, they must let me out of this district. At least, that's what I'm hoping for. How do we leave here? Let's look at the map. Figure out how to go out of here. And actually, maybe I'll leave that for next time. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Seth on Duty, signing off.